So here we are at the world's largest solar exhibition, SNEC 2025 in Shanghai, China. Safety is important to all of us. When you have cells shaded, they get hotter because there's a resistance there. So we've come up with a new technology called temperature restriction. And what temperature restriction does is make sure when cells are shaded on solar panels that they don't get too hot. So we've created this machine on site to show the difference between the old technology and the new back contact technology from AIKO. So we have here an indication of the temperature of the different cells. So on that side is our back contact, on this side is our TOPCon panel. In the equipment list we have the sun simulators. This is a lamp that gives us 1,000 watts per square meter, just like the sun shining onto the panels. And we have two panels laid out. We have the back contact panel. So you can immediately see the older type of panel has that metal on the front, and the modern back contact has that clean black appearance. That's how we tell the difference. We've got two little leaves there that we're going to put on there to simulate the shade. On the screen here, what we actually have is a representation of the temperature of those solar panels. On this side here, what we've actually got is a region displaying the infrared camera's output. So remember, there's an infrared camera looking at the heat of the panels. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to put those leaves onto the panels now so that we can see the impact on the temperature when they're in full sun. So let's create that partial shading now. And that is the TOPCon panel. So immediately we start to see a change in the temperature signature. This area here, we can see the temperature creeping up. It started down in that low 70s, and we can see that gradually edging up. We can see the trend line varying now. We can see that cell really creeping up. So again, why is the temperature increasing? It's increasing because the shading on the cell causes a resistance. Other cells have sunlight falling onto them, and that current has to go through that resistor, and the resistance gets hot. Let's see where that temperature's got to. So our TOPCon cell has been covered and it's reached up to 130 degrees. Let's see what happens when we shade the back contact panels. So again, we're just going to shade part of that cell to simulate a leaf or a bird poo. Let's have a look at that temperature. It's around that 78 degree mark. And what that means for you in practical reality is you're going to have about a 40 or 50 degrees temperature difference between a partially shaded TOPCon panel and a partially shaded back contact panel. So our recommendation to you would be to choose the best, choose AIKO, choose safety, and choose back contact ABC technology.